What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the madness. And this is week 4 of the Hiro set champs. This is the recap. I know, set 7 is gone. It's washed away, but we still deserve to be celebrated. And that's what I'm trying to do. Is I still want to celebrate those that sent me their list from set 7 because there are some awesome winners and they deserve to be celebrated. So before we jump into that, though, for set 8, we have some really big tournaments coming up. If you are in the Smyrna, Delaware area, that's the northeast, with New York, Delaware, Delmarva, we have the Savari Zone Collectibles 5K that's coming up. That's going to be this upcoming weekend. No, 2 weekends from now. I believe it's the 14th, okay? So definitely check that out. We had a 1K last set that turned into a 3K because of participation. Everybody loved it. Everyone begged Angel to do another, so she obliged, and she's doing a 5K now. This is the biggest tournament in this local area, and it will probably be the biggest tournament for a while. Definitely come check it out. The store is phenomenal. The employees are phenomenal, and the people are even better. So check it out. Also, we have the 10K Lorcana weekend coming up, put on by World Class Cards. World Class Cards is that team that it's a bunch of the world's qualifiers, but what they're doing here is they're doing the world's format 3-deck event on both days throughout the weekend. So you have to take 3 decks with you. You'll ban, an opponent's deck, so on and so forth. So it's a 64-player cap, but it's a 10K weekend, so I'd assume it's probably a 5K on Saturday, a 5K on Sunday, and it is a little steep. It's a $100 entry, but you're winning lots of money, only 64 people. You're playing against phenomenal players, and you get to play in what I think it's probably one of the best formats, this whole 3-deck thing. So definitely check it out. I know they still have room available, but with that being said, let's get to what we're here for, and that's celebrating people's wins. And to start things off, we have this young man, and we have Benny, all right? And Benny is 10 years old, and Benny went on to take his first set champs to win this beautiful Hiro champion mat with my beloved Steel Song. This is not my list. This is his list, right? But it's Steel Song, and you know me. I'm always happy to see Steel Song win. But look at the smile on this young man's face. He is so ecstatic. His dad messaged me, and his dad wanted to share it. His dad probably even more ecstatic because this red-purple player that he beat in top 8, that was his dad. So Benny knocked his dad out, right? And just kicked butt. And so congratulations, man. This is awesome. It's a different list too. We're running the 1 Captain Hook, the 1 Gantu, the 1 Cinderella. So we have some kind of some little Frank Karsten going on, right? With the 1-ofs, but then we went heavy on the 3 aerials. So those coming in, putting in some work, the 4 bare necessities. So between the 4 Pete and the 4 bare necessities, you're going to put in a lot of work against all these red-purple players. You see 3 matches here, but also against green steel discard, that 2-0, that 4 bare necessities is going to come in really, really nice in that matchup. And then you just have, your normal, you Singer 4s, your Singer 1 or Singer 3s, your aerials, Lawrences, so on and so forth. So a really good list. It did really well for him getting that first place finish. So congratulations, Benny. I'm really happy for you, and I can't wait to see how you do in set 8 and what awesome stuff you come up with. So definitely keep us posted. Next up, we have Dipping Sauce, who did not share her name, but all the same, I forgot to update her matches here, but she took first place with a red-purple evasive, and, I've got to give her credit because this is, again, it's her own list, right? And I've always, I love it when people take a list that's doing really well in the meta, but then making it their own, whether that is to shape it to what their local meta is, or whether it's to shape it to, I really hate losing to Steel Song, so I'm going to run a 1-3 character that isn't banished by Let the Storm Rage on, or whatever it may be. And I'm just a big fan of that because I think that's what it's about. We see these great players build these great decks, and then how can we make it work for us? And in this case, Dipping Sauce made it work for her, taking this first place finish with this red-purple evasive deck. We have 4 locations, the 2 castles, the 2 libraries, both good in their own way. So why not just run 2 of each, right? That's speaking of Frank Carson, that's a big reason he likes all these one-ofs is because all these one-ofs are really great cards. So instead of just not running them, I'm just going to throw them in. And if I see them, great. And if I see them into the matchup I want to see them, even better. So that's what we did here. We've got the 4 locations going on. The 1 Dragonfire just always seeming to come in clutch. And then, of course, your Peter Pan coming on 3. If the opponent can't answer that Peter Pan, it's going to be tough because then you got the Iago coming in as a 4/6, and then you've got this Maui Shark coming in 2 turns later and just controlling the board, and things can just get out of hand so fast. And you've got a lot of draw going on between the Chernobyls, the Diablo, the Cusco, the friends on the other side, and the Finders Keepers. It's just doing a lot of work. So I can see why she was able to get this win and how she got this win. And I'm really happy for you. So thank you so much for sharing your list and congratulations. So next up on our list, we've got a buddy. He is from the Delmarva area. He plays at Safari Zone. We've seen him on this channel before, whether it's him or his kids that we've seen on here, and he took first. This is his very first top finish to get the actual champion mat. I believe he said the last time he won a mat was way back in Stitch when he took a second place Stitch mat. But he's always getting those cards. He's always getting those top 8, top 4 finishes. But just always that matchup comes and just not able to get there. So I was really happy to see him get this. And what made it even better is his boys just really wanted this Hiro. That it's one of their favorite cards. And they just really wanted to see this Hiro. And they were really proud of their dad for getting it. But they were super proud of their dad for getting the champion mat. And so it just meant a lot to him to get for this to be the champion mat. So I was really happy. I woke up, I saw that he won it. I was a little disappointed in him for running green steel discard, but who can blame him? But it was awesome. It was really cool to see his matchups. He didn't drop anything all day. Of course, a game, but didn't drop a match all day. Purple Steel Aggro, Steel Song, Jafar Wheel, Purple Steel Location. Like it wasn't an easy day by any stretch of the imagination. He looks like he did dodge Blurple, which is good, but even then, like it takes an experience. Like that's a tough matchup for Green Steel and Blurple. It could go either way very easily. So really love to see it. I'm really happy for you. And I'm really glad that you were able to get the mat, man. It was definitely well deserved, and congratulations. So next up, we've got my buddy Ko. Again, he's the one with the signed Naveen, the signed Enchanted Naveen, his one of that you'll always see him on. He decided to run something a little bit different. He played this pick a fight. Chosen character can challenge ready character this turn. So that could come in clutch, right? Because you can put that on something to let you challenge a Prince John, something like that. And it can't be gotten rid of. So that if they play 2-cost Ursula, you're not losing that pick a fight. So maybe now they can't play the 3-cost Ursula. They can't play the Prince John, things like that. So that might actually be a pretty good tech card going into this set when we see so many Green Steel doing well. Shout out to Southside Gaming for their event that happened yesterday, because we saw Green Steel take the win. In top 8, we saw 3 Green Steels. So maybe pick a fight. It might see some play coming in here. But I just wanted to shout him out. I know that this day didn't go exactly his way, but he had a really great set champs month. He took some champion mats. He took his play set of Hiros. So just great, and just running something a little bit different every time. And that's what we love to see. Just having fun with it. So really shout out, man. I know I keep calling you Ko, but I don't know. Yeah, let me know if you want me to stop, and I'll also go out with your real name. But moving on, congratulations, man. Next up, we've got BFC Buffalo. He didn't share his list with me, but I still wanted to shout him out because he did share his finishes, and he deserves a shout out. He took a top 8 with Cherna Dogs, a top 4 with Kiwi, and 5th with a just-in-time Amber Steel aggro list. That list being kind of that just in time on turn 3 to play Chinpo or Beast, or if you run the Robin Hood package, even the Shift Robin Hood coming in nicely there. So never quite able to get there, but still a really good job. Even making top 8 deserves it. Not everybody does it. Some people have never made the top 8, and so it's still an accomplishment. So definitely don't let Don't let anyone try and downplay that ever. But good, congratulations, Buffalo, and I'm really happy for you, man. So next up, we've got Loitering, my buddy Loitering. This man is awesome. So huge shout out to him. Taking first place with Ghosty's Chernadog list. Loitering, really great guy. I met him and his wife back when I was streaming all the time, and then we actually got to meet each other in person at DLC Vegas. So always happy to hear when he does really well. Him and his wife took a little bit of break from Lorcana, but they came back, and I couldn't be happier because they're just great human beings. And just running Ghosty's Chernadog list, and because well, it's a good list. You spam these characters, you get them down. You can high roll by getting this big tramp card going down, and then you can high roll into another tramp, and then you can high roll into a Chernadogs, a Chernabog, and then you just quest out and you win. And meanwhile, they're 4 health, 4 health, 4 health. And these 4 health characters, a lot of the cards that are questing against you, or a lot of the cards that are challenging into you, only have 3 attacks. So it sets up really good Rapunzel value. And then you have the top end Go-Go to Mago getting that reach. So if people like to forget about that card, so they're just kind of chilling. They keep taking out your characters, and then next thing you know, there's 4 damage on them, and you Go-Go to Mago and gain 4 lore. So really, really love to see it. Congratulations, and really happy for you. And I can't wait to see what you do in set 8. You've been cooking a lot, man, so I'm sure it's going to be great. Next up, we've got Ryan. He sent me his purple steel list, and this is your Doc aggro list. He ended up getting 8th, right? But he beat the mirror in a 2-1. Red, yellow, Fossa. So seeing some Ruby Fossa come in. Shout out to Humble, really great, Ruby Fossa player. Then red, blue, 1-2, and then green, purple, 2-0. But we just see this is kind of a. It's kind of a mix. We see a little bit of we're going for the Doc aggro route in this list for sure. One thing, only running 3 docs, and I'd be curious, Ryan, why only 3? It's a really big one. But I know that in your description of the day, you had mentioned that you were on Helga's instead of White Rose, and you made that swap last minute. Really, I'm glad. I think that was a great choice for you to make that swap. White Rose just really good in these doc lists. So just huge shout out, man, and congratulations on getting that top 8. I love to see it, and I sure set 8 is gonna treat you well, because purple steel's looking real sexy for set 8. So we'll just see what happens, man. Let us know, and we'll talk about it in the Discord too. So next up, we've got my boy, and he's taken top 4 with Mines, and Mines just coming in. He's always been a big fan of Mines. He decided to run the Mines list that I uploaded at the beginning of the set, and he ran it throughout the whole thing, except this. I don't think it was this list. I think I grabbed the wrong list, man, because I think I grabbed the wrong list. But either way, I'm still going to shout you out, because I think the list you ran had Kitas in it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was 4 Kitas instead of the Plutos and Gantus. But you'll have to let me know, man. I messed up your last week, but what I did want to really celebrate is your top 4, but also across 5 set champs, you had a heck of a showing. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So getting that playset of heroes and getting that champion mat, it's awesome to see. It's really cool, and it goes to show the power of Mines, having that really aggro line, but then having that ability to just kind of pop different characters. And when we look at this, red, blue items, red, blue items, red, blue items. So being able to go fast, I'd assume those wins were on the play, but it just worked out. And then Chernadogs, red, blue items, unfortunately knocking you out on top 4. It just goes to show the matchup can be a little rough, but you were able to still get, those 1 wins. And I think we have enough spice this set to really knock them down a couple pegs. But really good job. Really, it's just awesome. Really good job of 5 set champs, getting that play set, getting the mat. And I look forward to seeing what comes in this next set. So next up, we've got our boy Enchanted Hunter. So really big shout out to him, because he's kind of the Discord's, top-notch judge, right? I have 2 people in there. I believe it's Moggle. I think it's Moggle. His icon's a purple cat. I think it's from Pokemon. And then we have Enchanted Hunter. Enchanted Hunter did judge for at least one DLC, I remember him saying. So just awesome guy. Whenever anybody asks a question, I always answer them, but then I follow up with I tag him and be like, hey, was I right? And then he comes up with this great explanation of why it works that way, and he's just awesome. So, but he did get a first place finish as well. That beautiful champion Matt coming in here with some green purple birds and just doing green purple bird stuff. He's got the 12 birds, so he's able to get that Diablo shift almost every game. He can pretty much just alter 7 if you really wanted that Diablo shift. And then you just have the annoying cards that make this deck so good. The Ursula coming in to take your songs, the Crab to make your Diablo be able to take anything out, and then you draw a card. The Peter Pan setting up the Iago. Even the Ursula, which is one that's a little bit different, but again, just so powerful against so many different decks. Also, just being able to ready your opponent's character while you quest for 3 is really good. And then you just have these other cards. Improvise, really good against Iago, popping that opponent's Iago, or just drawing you a card, or you just really need that one attack. Sorry, you need to give something. Yeah, +1 attack. I couldn't remember if it was -1 or +1. But, and then of course you have your discard package, and then the Brunos coming in, being so good against red-blue by taking out those sharks. Just a really good list. And green-purple, we're going to be really strong in this set 8. So, it's about looking at a list like this and then what can we add from the new set to really make it shine even more. So it's going to be a great deck still. You could probably still just run this in set 8 and do just as well because a lot of the cards in here are just so powerful. So huge shout out, Enchanted Hunter. Thank you so much for all the judge calls you help us with and helping us understand the game more. And then good job winning that mat. Next up, we've got Lucky Oswald with his Chinpo MVP deck, taking second place. Really great matches throughout the day, taking that 1-2 against Kiwi, which is just a tough deck. When Kiwi sees that perfect line, there's not much that can deal with it. When they go 1-drop into Smee, into Ariel, into Pluto, into Chinpo, or sorry, not Chinpo, but Cogsworth, that's tough. There's not a lot of decks that can deal with that. But looking at the rest of it, really great showing throughout the day. You beat green purple discard twice, the mirror once. Purple steel tempo, which can still be a tough deck when they repeat over and over again. Unfortunately, losing to that one Chinpo, and I remember you saying you didn't see the Bare Necessities once, when that Bare Necessities probably would have been so good into this matchup by taking out those songs, by taking out that whole new world of theirs. But overall, he said Chinpo was an amazing card. He loved it. He wouldn't change it for the world. And just really good showing. I like the Chinpo plus Lilo synergy here because you set up that Chinpo and then it lets you just be able to bring back that Lilo over and over and over again. So I think that's great synergy going on right there. And I really like that decision there. But either way, really good job, man. I love to see it and congratulations. Next up, I want to shout out Flower Farm. That's JDRR's community that he has. He did a little thing, 300 top 8s and 51 champion mats in the Discord, and it's not a big Discord. It's a group of us that just communicate a lot about different decks, and we talk to each other. Sometimes we're really nice, sometimes we're really mean, but it's all by just helping each other get better. And it's awesome. And we see things like this because of it. 300 top 8s, 51 champion mats, and a huge shout out to JDRR because everyone that's in there has had some kind of coaching from JDRR and some kind of advice from him. And it's just a testament to how good he is. Even if he's not able to, because of family, he's not able to make it out to a lot of family or in-person games. The man understands Lorcana and he is a phenomenal player. So really big shout out to all these guys. 300 top 8s, 51 champion mats for such a small community. That is amazing. And then I had to shout out my people. I'm going Mad Hatters for now. If you guys can think of a better name, let me know. But for now, I'm going with Mad Hatters for my Discord group. And we had 49 top 8s and 17 champion mats. So Just awesome. I'm really proud of all you guys. And this is not for me. I don't coach people. I don't, we just talk in the group, and some people are just there and they just want their list shouted out, and congratulations, and you deserve it. So this isn't, this is just a huge shout out to the Discord, because everybody's in there helping each other out, and it's awesome. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Hiro Hamada, right? This is the Hiro Hamada set champs. This is the last recap of it. In the next couple of videos, we're gonna have quite a few coming up, actually. So I hope you guys are looking forward to them. Again, congratulations to everyone. I'm gonna do this again for set 8, so definitely let me know about I'm just here to celebrate with you. That's what matters. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, all that matters, stay happy and healthy, and I'll see you next time. All right.